Sare ga pa ni sa sa ni pa ga re sa. Hi all, welcome to the first episode of Ragayathra. I am Satish Iyer, and over the sessions I wanted to give you a glimpse of Carnatic music and various aspects surrounding it. I write about Carnatic music in the question and answer website called Quora. And some of the interesting questions that I usually get there are: what is Carnatic music? How was it developed? What is a ragam? Why does that exist? Why do we say that two songs are in the same ragam even though they sound different in tune? How do we identify ragams? Does all songs have ragams? What is the ragam of the English song Gangnam Style? How do we start listening to Carnatic music and how do we understand it? Why is Carnatic music not so popular compared to many other genres of music? And what amount of knowledge should one have to appreciate Carnatic music? These are some of the questions that I usually get there. And I wanted to address each question in some of the sessions and to give you an overview of Carnatic music in simple words so that one who is new to this art form can understand it. Let me start out with what is Carnatic music and how was it developed. Carnatic music is one of the two Indian classical music systems, the other being the Hindustani music system. As you read the history of music in ancient India, there was no such thing called Carnatic music or Hindustani music at the start. The earliest known treatise in Carnatic music was written by sage Bharata through his work called Natya Shastra. We have only 22 chapters available through his work. The first 16 chapters are devoted to dance drama and the last 6 chapters are devoted to music. Natya Shastra. The word Natya means dance drama and Shastra means science. So the work essentially talks about the science of dance and drama. So where does music come here? Music, as Bharata puts, is a vehicle to invoke emotions on the listener or on the audience, which acts as an accessor for the actors on the stage so that they can portray the emotions. So Natya, being the dance drama, uses music as an accompaniment to get the right mood or emotion. Bharata, in his first 16 chapters, explains the rules for the theater, what should be the size of the theater, what are the mudras or each emotional variable in a dance drama. He then explains the role of music in dance drama. As you read the history of any civilization, name it Greek civilization or Roman or any civilization per se, we can understand that the stories or legends brought down from generation to generation is through poetry. It has a rhythmic structure, so it is easy to memorize. And at those times when writing was not prevalent, poetry was the only way in which stories were passed along. The same with Indian civilization. We can understand that dance dramas were so popular during those times. Every story depicted some emotion. And to depict the right emotion, you need music. So music acted as a vehicle for dance drama. So Bharata laid out the foundation for Indian music. But you know what? He never used the term ragam. A set of scale that he defined was called a jati. A jati in Sanskrit means a group or a category. So thus he said, this scale was this jati, another scale was another jati kind of thing. So what is scale? In music theory, if you understand, there is a starting note and there is an ending note. And there is an octave. So what is an octave? The frequency, the starting frequency, and there is an ending frequency, and the ending frequency will be twice the starting frequency. And that range of frequencies is called an octave. Be it Western musical theory or Indian music theory, both of the octaves divide the whole frequency range into 7 notes. The starting note and the ending note will be the same. Thus, there are 7 notes, and then we end with the same notes. So totally there are 8 notes in an octave. That is why it's called oct, which is 8. But there are only 7 notes within the octave. Every music system needs a representation for this octave. Western music has its own representation, while Carnatic music and Hindustani music represent the 7 notes as sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, and then again repeating sa. So this is called a scale, and any music system needs a scale. I'll explain why we need a scale, what is a ragam, etc. So as you understand, Bharata laid out the foundation for Indian music, and he called a scale as a jati. So where did the term ragam come from? The term ragam came from a subsequent work by Madhaka Muni through his work called Brihadeshi. He explains what is a ragam. A ragam, in a simple term or in Sanskrit, means color or emotion. Thus, ragam is something that accompanies the dance drama to invoke the emotion in the listener. And Bharata explains there are 9 emotions in a dance drama, and thus called Navarasam. Navam means 9 and Rasam means emotion. So there are 9 emotions, 9 primary emotions that Bharata describes. As you see, the Indian music history can be divided into 3 timelines: the ancient history, the medieval time period, and the modern history. The ancient history is usually from Bharata's times till there was a North Indian Kashmiri musicologist called Sarangadeva who wrote Sangeeta Ratnakaram. So the period from Bharata's Natya Shastra till Sangeeta Ratnakaram is called the ancient period of Indian music. The time period from Sangeeta Ratnakaram till Chatur Danti Prakashika, a musical treatise written by Venkata Makin, is known as the medieval period of Carnatic music. And the modern period is from Venkata Makin's time till now. So the reason I say it is the medieval period of Carnatic music is that is the time. So after Sangeeta Ratnakaram is when the time we had 2 different genres of music called Hindustani music and the Carnatic music. Thus, the main principles of Carnatic music and its grammar developed around the 12th century, and many more treatises were written specific to that. The main 2 South Indian kingdoms where Carnatic music flourished and many musicologists wrote treatises were the Vijayanagar kingdom and the Tanjore kingdom. I'll explain more about those kingdoms and how music developed in those kingdoms. Let me wind up this session by giving you an etymology of the word Carnatic. The word Carnatic is just an anglicized form of the word Karnataka, and Karnataka Sangeetam is Carnatic music. So where did the word Karnataka come from? There are different etymologies to the word Karnataka, and each of them has its own meaning and history behind it. If you read the comparative literature of Dravidian languages by a British author, you can see that he refers to the South Indian plateau filled with black cotton soil as Karu Nada. Karu means black in Tamil, and Nada means the place. So the place filled with black cotton soil was called Karu Nada, and the Sangeetam or music of that region was called Karnataka Sangeetam. So thus became Karnataka Sangeetam. The second etymology says Karna in Sanskrit means ears and Atakam means beautiful. So anything beautiful to the ears were Karnataka Sangeetam. The third etymology says Karai Nadaka Sangeetam. So Karai means shore and Natakam means drama. Thus, the dramas that were depicted on the shores were called Karai Nadaka Sangeetam. Thus, there are three different etymologies to the same word. And as you can see, after the modern India was formed, one of the states were named after this Carnatic region, and thus we have the state of Karnataka. So that is how the word has its origin. Like there are many origins to it. And Sangeetam means music. Geetam means song. So anything that accompanies the song to invoke the emotion is called music. With that, see you in a different episode. Thank you.